بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. أما بعد، فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن عدة الشهور عند الله 12 شهرا في كتاب الله يوم خلق السماوات والأرض منها 4 حرم ذلك الدين القيم فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم. الآية. صدق الله العظيم. Respected brothers and sisters in Islam, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah that the blessed sacred months, which is known as the Ashhurul Hurum, have begun, and the moon of Dhul Qa'dah was sighted. And Allah Azza wa Jal mentions in the Quran that inna iddatu shuhuri inda Allah 12 shahran fi kitabillahi yawma khalaqa as-samawati wal ard. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Lawh Mahfuz, when He ordained the creation, and He created the creation and He recorded everything to be, and it was from the time of creation, Allah ordained the months of the year to be 12. And from amongst the ordainment of Allah was that minha 4 hurum, that 4 of these months, 4 of the 12 months of the year, they are ashhurul hurum. They are haram. They are sanctified. They are holy. They are worthy of reverence. And the first amongst those months which begins is Dhul Qa'dah, which is the month that we are in right now. So 3 months, they come in order: Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, and Muharram. And then there's one which is called Rajab, and it comes between Jummah Thaniya and Sha'ban. So these are the 4 months which Allah Azza wa Jal mentions that they are minha 4 hurum. They are sanctified months. They are sacred months. And Dhul Qa'dah that we are in is one of those months, and is the first of the 3 consecutive months of the sacred months in Islam. And one of the things to understand is that in pre-Islamic Arabia, this month was called Dhul Qa'dah, and Qa'dah, and anybody who knows Arabic knows Qa'dah means to sit. And the reason why it was called Dhul Qa'dah, meaning the one where you sit, it's the month where you just sit out. And why it was called the month of sitting was because that the pre-Islamic Arabs, they would sit out from fighting in this month. They would make Qa'dah. They would sit and they would not fight. They would sit it out, and they would cease going into battle. And the name is derived from this, the refraining from this battle and fighting. Imam al-Tabari rahimahullah ta'ala mentions that even if the non-Muslims, and I believe that with these non-Muslims, that why did they sanctify these months? And it is clear, as the ulama mention, is because this was from one of the sunnats and the way of Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam that had come down. So it's not just like we're following the ways of whatever the pre-Islamic Arabs were doing. It's not just that. Why were the pre-Islamic Arabs doing this? Because these were the holy months where the Hajj has been ordained. So if a person wants to commence the Hajj and go out for the Hajj, right, he is allowed to commence that and go out for the Hajj from the month of Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah, and the end being Dhul Hijjah. With that being said, that even if they say that a man would see somebody who had killed his own father, think about this, that if any one of these months, a person would meet up, and these were people who they would kill you just because you were from another tribe. But if in this blessed and sanctified month, whether it was Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, Muharram, or Rajab, then if he saw the person who was the killer of his own father, he would not raise his sword against him because of the sanctity of this month. And this is very significant don't forget what I was mentioning. Now, what does Allah Azza wa Jal tell us what we have to do in these months? He says this long thing, ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ. Allah Ta'ala talks about the sanctity of months, and then He says, that is the upright religion. What does that mean? He's talking about months, and He's saying that these months are sacred. And then He says, ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ. This is the upright religion. What does that mean? And brothers and sisters, in the meaning of this, unfortunately, we have lost this meaning in our times, and in the end of times, people will lose this meaning. This meaning will be lost. And this is the point, inshallah, that we're going to get to. Allah Azza wa Jalla, in talking about that we has 12 months, from amongst these 12 months, 4 of them are sacred. Why? Somebody will ask why. Because Allah Azza wa Jalla said so. And it says here, في كتاب الله يوم خلق السماوات والأرض منها أربعة حرم ذلك الدين القيم. That's the upright religion. God made 4 months sacred, and He told you so, and He wrote it in His Lawh Mahfuz that this is the law of the universe. This is the law of the creation. Then what? So if this is the upright religion, okay, what do I need to do? فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. Then do not wrong yourselves in these months. Do not transgress against yourselves in these months. Honor these months. عَظِّمُوا مَا عَظَّمَهُ اللَّهُ. Ibn Kathir rahimahullah, after this, explaining this ayah, he says this, عَظِّمُوا مَا عَظَّمَهُ اللَّهُ وَحَرِّمُوا مَا حَرَّمَهُ اللَّهُ. Honor and sanctify what Allah has sanctified, and consider sacred what Allah has considered sacred. From this, we understand that these sacred months have dawned upon us, brothers and sisters. And it is an obligation that we don't wrong ourselves in these months. We don't do anything. I mean, committing a sin and breaking the commandments of Allah is a sin every other month. But in these months, even more so. But why this particular specification? Brothers and sisters, I was speaking with somebody and I said, I feel sometimes that there's no consideration of status or authority or respect or reverence anymore. And in actuality, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about these months, Allah Azza wa Jal just selected these months and said that they are hurum, they are sanctified, and then He said, ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ. This is the upright religion. What's the upright religion? Meaning that you sanctify something and you respect something just because God said so. This is lost from us. And this is something that is the upright religion. That we honor something, and we revere something, and we sanctify something. عَظِّمُوا مَا عَظَّمَهُ اللَّهُ. Honor what Allah Ta'ala has honored. And this is the thing that, subhanAllah, we hear what people are saying. There's no respect for elders anymore. There's no respect for parents anymore. I was speaking to a high school teacher, and the high school teacher, I said, oh, you're a high school teacher. That's so wonderful. You're a hero, man. That's amazing. You're a hero. You get to, change and transform the lives of the youth. He said, man, yeah, it's the toughest job in the world, because nowadays, I remember when I was in high school, it was a different. If your teacher got mad at you, you didn't talk back. Now, the student tells you what to do. You don't tell the student what to do. Now the teacher does not order the student. The student orders the teacher. He's telling me this, and he has tears in his eyes. He said, it's a hard job. Every year I say that this is going to be my last year. Do you know why this is? This is not just, only as Muslims, but this is generally around the world, and it is also one of the signs of the end of times. But brothers and sisters, what I want to draw your attention to is that we have to believe, and we have to have this conviction that this month and the months that are going to follow, 3 months in a row, these months, Allah is teaching us you should sanctify them. You should honor them. You should revere them. You should not be in these months how you are in other months. But why? It's because Allah wants you to have a reverence and a sanctity. ما در فارسی میگیم یک لیاز پاس داشته باش بیادر جان. لیاز پاس میفهمی؟ میگه اوش کنی که تازی غرض نگیری که بسیار بیلیاز آدم است. You heard this? Let me explain. You know, لیاز پاس داریم ما. لیاز پاس میفهمی means you let somebody slide because they're an old man. You let somebody slide because they're a female. They're somebody, maybe I'll let you slide. Look, I know your father. یک لیاز پاس باید باشه. لیاز پاس از بین رفته. There's no respect. There's no reverence. That because of this, for the sake of this. لیاز پاس چه قسم ترجمه کنی؟ For the sake of this. For the honor of something. There's no honor. There's no reverence. There's no liaz. Liaz means that for the sake of something, you honor somebody. For the sake of something, you respect that authority. You honor, you respect, you revere. Allah Azza wa Jal has made us revere months. What is a month? What is a day? Allah is telling you, revere this day. Revere this month. In this month, what is the month? Does the month provide food for you? Today is Jummah. Does Jummah come and put a check inside your mailbox? What is a day? What is month of Dhul Qa'dah? Did you get a special bonus on Dhul Qa'dah? This is a bonus for you on Dhul Qa'dah, $10,000 bonus. Is it doing anything for you? But no, this thing that is it's an imaginary thing. Not imaginary, it's a month. But if we should think to ourselves, Allah is commanding me to respect a month. This month doesn't do anything for me, but Allah commanded me. That's it. Why I have to honor this month? What's so special about this month? What's so big about this month? There is nothing special about it except that Allah said so. That is enough. Liaz pas dashte bash. Have an honor for that month. Why? Because God said so. Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, Muharram. Why? Because God said so. So what happens in that month? Is it summer? Is it winter? And this is the interesting thing. Their lunar calendar. It's the lunar calendar. Sometimes we know Ramadan can come in the summer and Ramadan can also come in the winter. It's not some special thing. It moves around the year. So there's no reason you can say, oh, this is the reason why this month is special. Or that is the reason why this month it is special because Allah said so that it's special. And what is this? What is in this, brothers and sisters? Even in this, there is a submission and a surrender to Allah. Submit and surrender to what Allah has honored. Allah has commanded me to honor this month. I have to submit and surrender. Allah says that this person is an elder. This person is a teacher. This person is my parent. This person is somebody who I have to respect them and honor them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just like you honor that month. The month isn't putting food on your table. Right? The month isn't putting, right, a check in your mail. But you respect it because Allah said so. So brothers and sisters, this is something so important. ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ. That is the upright religion. You understand now? Why? When Allah is talking about months, and in the middle of talking about months, He says, مِنْهَا أَرْبَعَةٌ حُرُمٌ. 4 of them are sanctified. Beware. 4 of these months. What's so special about this month? How is this month any different? If it was a solar calendar, you said, okay, because these months is spring. It's really nice weather in these months. No, it's not even a solar calendar. It's a lunar calendar. That it doesn't have any specification. It could be at any time of the year. It moves around during the year. You respect it and you honor it only because Allah said to honor it. That's it. We surrender. And this is the thing. ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ. This is the upright religion, that we honor and we sanctify what Allah has honored and sanctified. And this is the thing that's going out of the hearts of people. We don't blame people who are not Muslim. Because, when people don't have a framework, when people don't have something divine, they have no divine law, we don't blame them. It's understandable if they don't respect their parents. It's understandable when they don't respect their teachers. It's understandable when they don't respect authority and they don't respect sanctities, because there is no sanctity. But how does this make sense? that we are Muslim and we believe in sanctity. We are Muslims and Allah Azza wa Jal has taught us you should even honor a day. You should even honor a month. What's the speciality of that month? Nothing. It's just like any other month. Am I getting a Dhul Qa'dah bonus? Are you getting a Dhul Hijjah bonus? Maybe in reward, yes. But not in something tangible that we can see. Allah commanded it, do it because I said so. From that we understand, ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمِ, this reverence, this ta'zeem, this respect and this honor, and these are the months that we are in. It's supposed to bring about this sanctity in our hearts, this sacredness. Imagine if the kuffar, the people who are idol worshippers, it was called Dhul Qa'dah لأنهم يقعدون عن الحرب في هذه الأشهر. ذي القعدة يعني يقعدون. وكان يقعد عن الحرب. He would sit. It was the month of sitting. He would sit it out. I'm sitting out from war, guys. Imam Tabari says even if his father, somebody who had killed his father would pass in front of him, he would ذي القعدة. كان يقعد. Look at the sanctity. The sanctity that was in the hearts of even Abadatul Awthan, worshippers of idols. They used to respect the month, even if this is the killer of my father, but it's the month of Dhul Qa'dah. I will not raise my safe. I will not raise my sword over this person. What has happened to us? That it doesn't matter what month it is. It doesn't matter what year it is. It doesn't matter what day it is. I will raise my voice at my teacher. I will raise my voice at my parents. I will not respect authority. What is this? This is one of the signs of the end of times where reverence, sanctity, adab, akhlaq, just honoring something just for the sake of, yagliaz pas. Honoring something for the sake of, we say for the sake of God, for the sake of Allah, for Pete's sake. Pete amda unja dakhil kalam. Pete, for Pete's sake. Yani, for somebody's sake, sanctity, let it go. Let it go for Pete's sake. Let it go for your dad's sake. Let it go for somebody's sake. Somebody has to be honorable to you. Somebody has to be sanctified. Nobody is sanctified no more. I am sanctified. The Pulitzer Prize winning author, Chris Hedges, he said the only thing that's sanctified in the Western society is me, myself, and I, the unholy trinity. Me, myself, and I. This is the only thing worthy of reverence. You're not worthy of reverence. I don't care if you're my mother. I don't care if you're my father. I don't care if you're my teacher. No, brothers and sisters. Minha arba'atun hurum, dhalika ad-deenul qayyim. These Ashhurul Hurum is teaching us something much more profound, much more deeper. Allah has required us. أَفَلَا يَتَدَبَّرُونَ الْقُرْآنِ. Why does Allah talk about months and then says out of nowhere, like ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمِ? These months are sacred. This is the upright religion. Meaning having sanctities, having respect and reverence, honoring what should be honored is Deenul Qayyim. Honoring what should be honored is the upright religion. In another verse of the Quran, what does Allah Azza wa Jal say? Subhanallah. وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. The one who honors the sanctities of Allah, this is from the piety of the hearts. What are the sanctities of Allah? Our parents are sanctified. They are sanctities. The deen and the prayer and the Quran and the Hajj and Ashhurul Hurum, these are sha'airillah. Anything which are the symbols of the religion, these are all sha'airillah. Allah Ta'ala says, وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. And the ulama mentioned this is jumla khabariya, but it's actually jumla insha'iyya. Yani, عَظِّمْ هَذِهِ الْأَشْيَاء. The one who honors the sanctities and the sacred symbols of Allah, this is from the piety of the heart. Meaning, honor these sacred symbols. Honor these sanctified things. So it's not just about, Dhul Hijjah is Ashhurul Hurum. Okay, so what? Dhul Qa'dah is from the sacred months. Okay, so what? The sanctity should come inside of our hearts. that there are certain things that are worthy of respect. There are certain things that are worthy of honor. And subhanallah, the one who does not recognize this, the Prophet ﷺ said, you are not from my ummah. This is one of the signs of this ummah, that we sanctify and we honor and we show respect. One of my young brothers, Latino brother, he accepted Islam. His mother wanted to see the priest. So I spoke to her and she says, you know how I know that this is the right religion? Look at what she said. Brothers and sisters, this is amazing. Do you know how I know that this is the right religion? I said, how do you know this, ma'am? She said, because before he was Muslim, he had no respect. And after he has become Muslim, he says, day and night, he's just asking, Mom, are you happy with me? Mom, what can I do for you? Mom, how can I take care of you? This is the sign. This is the salient. ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمِ. This is what Allah Azza wa Jalla is talking about. وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. The one who honors the sanctified. Allah begins by telling you, just honor these months. Okay, what's in honoring of a month? Because the sanctity will come inside of your heart. Something that doesn't do anything for you. The month doesn't put food on the table. Month doesn't put a check in your mail. Right? Month doesn't pay the rent. Father does. So when you're respecting this, you will have the adhama. How can I not respect my father? How can I not respect my mother? How can I not respect my teachers? How can I not respect my elders? The month you're supposed to respect, and you're not respecting somebody who is feeding you, putting clothes on your back, teaching you. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam taught us, "Inna min ijlalillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala ikram the shaybat al-Muslim." From the honoring of Allah is honoring someone who is the shaybat al-Muslim, an elder Muslim. Honoring him is from the honoring of Allah. A person might pray and a person might fast, but when an elder comes in front of him, you're just talking too much. Who are you to tell me? Stop talking, old man, just go. Who are you to tell me? Astaghfirullah. Whereas, look at what Rasulullah ﷺ taught us. Min ijlalillahi ta'ala. From the honoring of God is that you have to honor your elders. From the honoring of Allah is that you honor your elders. For your teachers, for your elders. This is what the deen teaches us. وَحَامِلِ الْقُرْآنِ. And the carrier of the Qur'an. وَإِكْرَامِ ذِي السُّلْطَانِ الْمُقْسِطِ. And also the Muslim authority, the authority that's above you. This is all from the teachings of our deen. The Prophet ﷺ, he also warned us that we should be very careful about this, brothers and sisters. In this hadith, لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ لَمْ يَرْحَمْ صَغِيرَنَا. You know, we're talking about knowing the categories. Knowing how to treat. Okay, this month is Dhul Qa'dah. So what? Okay, we have to honor this month. Oh, this person is teacher. Oh, what's teacher? You have to honor this person. You see, Allah Azza wa Jal, we've been given instructions. We've been given very clear directions. It's very simple. Just follow. And here, مَنْ لَمْ يَرْحَمْ صَغِيرَنَا وَلَمْ يَعْرِفْ شَرَفَ كَبِيرَنَا فَلَيْسَ مِنَّا. The one who does not show mercy to our youngsters. Allahu Akbar. The one who does not show mercy to our youngsters, and he does not recognize the honor of our elders, and he is not of us. He's not from me. He's not on my way. This is not what Muslims do, to be careless, to be bullying the youngsters. Now you hear so much about bullying. I remember we went to high school as well. We didn't see so much bullying. We used to see sometimes those, seniors. There were some seniors, oh, the little man, I got you, little man, come over here. I'm not going to let nobody do it. You're going to be with us. We're not going to let anybody say anything to you or do anything to you. We used to remember that a while ago, where, they would see a youngster, and let me quickly show mercy to it. Now, when we see a youngster, somebody that's weaker, let me go and bully this person. This is a sign of a person who has no sanctity in his heart. He has no honor. He has no nobility. He's actually very weak and insecure, so he wants to show his strength on somebody because he's weak. If he was really strong, he wouldn't have to pick on somebody younger than him, weaker than him. So all of this goes in the same, it falls in the same category. We hear about this, brothers and sisters. What's happening in our high schools? Bullying to the extent that kids are committing suicide. What's happening? The teachers want to commit suicide because of the students, because they're driving them crazy, because they don't even respect authority. And the youngsters, they want to commit suicide because they're being bullied. There's no mercy. What's happening to this society? From this we understand, brothers and sisters, this azama, ta'zeem, sanctity, and having a hurma. Hurma is what holds this, the order of society together. ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ. What is the thing that holds the order of society together? Why is the society falling apart? I'm not talking about Muslim community. I'm talking about go to the high school. The teachers are talking about, I'm suicidal. They have a mashallah psychiatrist and a therapist now on site. That any moment they have a nervous breakdown, then the teacher can also go there so that he is taken care of. And the student, when he becomes also suicidal, he can also go to the therapist. What's going on? Because the order of society is falling apart. ذَلِكَ الدِّينُ الْقَيِّمُ. It starts in reverence. It starts in honoring what Allah has honored. It starts in considering sanctified what Allah has sanctified. People say, what's the big deal if there's no religion? I'm a good person. Oh, really? You'll see what you'll see what happens to the generations. When you take away God and you take away sanctity from the society, the order of society will literally crumble and fall apart. And this is exactly what's happening. Why do they have therapists that are sitting now in high schools? Therapists for the teachers, therapists for the students. The students also want to commit suicide, and the teachers as well. What's the reason? This reason. لَيْسَ مِنَّا مَنْ لَمْ يَرْحَمْ صَغِيرَنَا وَلَا يَعْرِفْ شَرَفَ كَبِيرَنَا. He is not from my ummah. He is not from my community. He is not from my nation. The one who does not show mercy to our youngsters, and the one who does not respect our elders. Because the one who does in a community, when there's mercy for the elders, and when there's mercy for the youngsters, and there's respect for the elders, the order of that society will remain. Where does that come from though? That comes from ta'zeem. That comes from hurma. That comes from sanctity. That comes from respect. That comes from reverence. And also, إِنَّ مِنْ أَشَرَاتِ السَّاعَةِ أَنْ يُسَلِّمَ الرَّجُلُ عَلَى الرَّجُلِ لَا يُسَلِّمُ عَلَيْهِ إِلَّا لِلْمَعْرِفَةِ. One of the signs of the Day of Judgment is a person will say salam to somebody only because he knows him. This also talks about the inverted understanding. He doesn't say salam because of the sanctity of Islam. That this person is a Muslim, so I'm saying, Assalamu alaikum, brother. You're a Muslim. Assalamu alaikum. Not because of the sanctity of Islam, but because he knows him, because of the sanctity of my own self. And one of the signs of the end of times, أَن تَلِدَ الْأَمَةُ رَبَّتَهَا, that the slave girl will give birth to her master. Hafiz ibn Hajar rahimahullah says, أَوْجَهِ الْأَوْجَهِ إِنِّي الْمَقَامِ يَدُلُّ عَلَى عُقُوقِ الْوَالِدَيْنِ. What means that the most apparent meaning of this hadith is that in the end of time, the slave girl will give birth to her master. It means, the children, they'll be treating their own parents like it's their slave. Like it's their slave. And this, again, is because of that inverted order of things that will come about in the end of times, that the only solution to that was what? Is عَظِّمُوا مَا عَظَّمَهُ اللَّهُ. That we honor what Allah Ta'ala has honored. And this is such a powerful lesson, brothers and sisters. May Allah Ta'ala allow this. May Allah Ta'ala allow us to honor these months, to know that this month that we are in, just as we honor this month, Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, Muharram, what is the lesson? The lesson in it is that a Muslim has sanctity and honor. A Muslim will honor what Allah Ta'ala has honored. A Muslim will have a respect and a reverence for what Allah has commanded us to have reverence for. May Allah give us tawfiq to understand what has been said. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah.